Hi, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Puzzle, finally back. And today we will have a look at this amazing puzzle here, which is called the Hourglass, made by Hanayama. It was designed by Jin-Hoo Ahn from Korea, and from my point of view, this is an absolute masterpiece. It's rated with the highest difficulty rating by Hanayama, 6 stars, and also I'm pretty sure it will get everywhere at level 10 rating because it's incredibly difficult. The assembly is already difficult, but the reassembly, it's horribly difficult. Took me hours to solve it, therefore it also gets my personal highest rating of 5 out of 5. And why is this a masterpiece? Well, as soon as I started this assembly after the spoiler break, you will see how difficult it is to disassemble these parts here and how incredibly difficult it is to get them back together. It's a very fiddly puzzle, so you need to precisely align the parts to be able to disassemble and reassemble them. And I'm always curious, and I know a lot of you guys are also very curious about how these kind of puzzles are designed. So in case, Jin-Hoo Ahn, you see this puzzle, please contact me. I would like to chat with you a little bit about how these puzzles are made, what's your designing process, and like to share some of this information with the community because a lot of people are interested in knowing this. So please contact me on Facebook or via my email and we can have a little chat. Okay, what to do? Well, as usual for the Hanayama, this puzzle is made out of metal. You can disassemble these parts into 4 single parts and reassemble them again. And well, that's it basically. But how this is done and how incredibly difficult this is, I will show you after the spoiler break. Okay, so, well, let's take care about the disassembly, the moment you're already waiting for, right? And I can tell you it took me hours to be able to disassemble and reassemble it, and it took me even more hours to perform it as fluent as I just show you in this video. So I hope you will like it, let me know in the comments, and let's just start. We are having 2 times 2 pieces, and 2 of each are identical. So these 2 pieces here are identical, called Hanayama pieces, and these 2 here are identical, called Hourglass pieces. The Hourglass pieces are completely closed. The Hanayama have a gap that are open and that can be used for the disassembly. You will see later they are marked with the letters, but I will refer to this name and just not confuse you, I'll let you know in advance. Okay, we have the 2 Hanayama pieces with the 2 flattened corners over here and here. And we will just push them, the other 2 pieces downwards, and we will use this flattened area here and here to flip them a little bit outwards, like so, but they will get stuck very soon. And I will try to perform this disassembly fluent and not use too many fiddling or shaking or whatever to do so. And as I said, you move these 2 to the outside, like so, and they will disconnect, okay? We will flip them all over in the flat condition, like so. And now we will align these 2 pieces here. We will just pull them a little bit and get them in the right position. And if we do so, you will be able to pull them like this. We will manually grab these 2 hourglass pieces. We will move the upper one to the right, the lower one to the left. And now we need to get these 2 pieces not touching here in the front, but they need to get a little bit like this, side to side. And you probably will have some difficulty to follow these moves, but because you get stuck, I trained this a lot, therefore it's possible to do it fluently for me, but it can be a little bit more difficult for you. Don't give up, just try it, okay? So we unfold now these flat condition into a squared condition. Now we proceed disconnecting 2 of these connected pieces that we have 1 single chain. And we do so by just looking for this piece here, which is a Hanayama piece. Now you can see the marking, Hanayama and Hourglass over here. And we take the Hanayama piece, move it here through the middle of the Hourglass piece. This one we move a little bit aside, and then we take it out to the top. Due to this flattened area, we will be able to take it out to the top, and we end up in this condition. Now we use this flattened edge here, and the problem with this is it needs to be done in the correct sequence, otherwise you mess everything up and you get stuck. And we use this flattened area here to get now this piece out of the hourglass piece here. Okay, so we use this flattened area to twist it around using this open gap here. Then we move it inside, twist it another 180 degrees, and then we are able to take it out here to the ground. And now we have a single chain already. Okay, we continue, and we now want to disconnect these two pieces from these two pieces in the middle. Okay, so we take this one, we gonna, let me think a moment, we gonna flip this one, I think. Oh, we move it through here, and then beside the other one, and then we flip it over here. Okay, that we have now these two hourglass pieces connected down here to the Hanayama piece. And then we perform the same move again. Okay, so we use the flattened edge here, twist it around this area, this open area, another 180 degrees, and get it down here out. Okay, now we have 2 times 2 pieces, they are exactly the same, so we need to perform the same action 2 times. We take the hourglass piece here. You probably noticed I always take the hourglass piece here and the Hanayama piece here to keep orientation. And then we first move the Hanayama piece from the, I will call this from now short side and long side. Okay, so the piece where this part here is more to the inside is the short side, and this is the long side. We move the Hanayama piece over here to the long side, and then I will be able to disconnect the Hanayama piece here from the hourglass piece, like so. Same move again as before. And we will do the same here. So again, I will move this one over here. And when I'm here, I will be able to perform this move, same as I did several times before. And we disassembled the puzzle. Now we can see that these 2 pieces are identical, and these 2 are identical. These are the Hanayama pieces, and these are the hourglass pieces. Okay, so I know it was probably very confusing, but even more confusing is the reassembly, and I will explain you, of course, why. It is because one question to you: can you remember which part has been connected to which part? And was it connected over here? Was it connected over here? Like this, like this, like this, like this? Probably not, and this makes it incredibly difficult to reassemble it again. I give you the tip, if you try yourself, maybe it's a little bit too late right now, but take a photo from time to time during the disassembly to be able to understand how these parts have been connected. Okay, so reassembly. We take here one of these hourglass pieces, and we take here one of these Hanayama pieces, and we join them in the following way. Long side over here, hourglass, short side Hanayama, and we join them over here like so. And by the way, what's also pretty interesting, you can move this one piece here fluently through the other piece, because there's a little bit flattened in the middle, and it works pretty well. And I'm pretty sure every single detail here that was included by Jin-Hoo Ahn in this puzzle has some feature that's needed. Yeah, this puzzle is just incredible. So we assemble them in the same way as before. I will just show it to you again in a minute, and I bring it in this condition, and we do it again a little bit more in detail. We just take the long side on the hourglass piece, the short side on the Hanayama piece, we move it in from the top, twist it by 180 degrees, hook it over here, flip it down 90 degrees, move it back, and move it over here. And the reason I'm doing this, and I do this exactly the same on both parts, is it will make it easier for me later to do the assembly. Okay, you will see later why. So then we take the Hanayama piece here, and we take a hourglass piece here. But this time I do not join them as before, like so. This time I flip this one over, that the flat side is pointing upwards with the Hanayama sign, and I will join them here from the bottom side. Okay, like this. I will flip it around. I will this time spin it in the opposite direction, because the flattened edge here is down here. And this one actually will not really disturb me, so I will just flip it and I will pull it up here. Okay, and now I will take this piece and move it here, flip it over here using this flattened area on the Hanayama piece, and hook it over here. So I have the chain condition again, okay? Very important step. And you should notice that the textured side and the flat side on these two pieces, means the two Hanayama pieces and the two Hourglass pieces, should exactly line up here. So these are in the same orientation, these are in the same orientation, and also the marking of these two being here and being here and here will make it a lot easier for you to proceed. If these parts are now in a condition that on one side you have a textured one and on one side, let's say the Hanayama is textured and flat on one side, you need to start over again. I'm sorry for you, but you will get otherwise completely lost, okay? Maybe not. If not, let me know in the comments, but I'm not able to do it. Okay, now we take the Hourglass piece here and we take the Hanayama piece here, okay? So, and I will now join these two pieces by twisting this one 180 degrees at first. You will see in a second why I'm doing this. Slide it in from down here. And now we need to make the usual move, and therefore I did the twist in advance. Twisting it 180 degrees back. Hooking it over here. And then use the flattened edge to flip it and hook it to the two Hourglass pieces. Now we take this piece here, we move it around here all the way, past this one with this one, and if you try to copy it, don't worry if you're not able to do it as fluent as I do here in this video, because I trained it a lot, as I said, and it's very difficult to not get stuck. Now we are in the squared shape again, and now there comes one key move which make the reassembly very difficult, okay? And this is because it's very fiddly if you don't do it in the right way, and you cannot see this move, okay? So there is a flattened area here and here, okay? And I move these two flattened areas between this Hourglass piece and this Hourglass piece here by pulling it like so, okay? But I will not be able to proceed because of these two pieces cannot really pass these holes except in one condition. And therefore I move this one down here and I move this one down here, that they are now on top of each other. Very important move, otherwise you will have a lot of fiddling here. And then if I'm in this condition, I will get these flattened pieces that I mentioned before carefully between the Hourglass piece, okay? And you can see it's still also difficult here for me to do so. But if you manage to do so, you will get into this condition, okay? The flat condition again. We will pull here on these sides, get these pieces, these two Hourglass pieces in the middle, switch sides. So they are now, instead of this one here and this one there, we switch the sides. And now another difficult position, because you cannot really get these two on top of each other, but you need to do so to proceed. And I do this usually in the following way. You pull these until the very end, and then you slightly move them back, and at one point you will be able to get them on top of each other, which enables you to rotate them again. You just need to keep orientation now. We need to rotate them in this direction here, okay, that the Hourglass pieces are flat down here. And we will rotate them now upwards, which is another difficult move here. Like so. Together with the Hourglass pieces, you can also rotate these first and then the Hourglass pieces afterwards. But in the end you need to get into this condition, and then you will be able to join these four parts again, and get back in the final position. Wasn't this impressive? I love this puzzle. It's my new favorite Hanayama puzzle. So Jin-Hoo Ahn, you really created a masterpiece here, and thank you for Hanayama manufacturing this one and picking this one. So I love this one. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Was this video understandable? Will you try this puzzle yourself? Just write in the comments and let me know. And as always, you can also, of course, check my Instagram feed and my Facebook channel. Until next time, keep on puzzling!